My dear friends, welcome to this new video in the series for 2023, where I will start to talk about eclipses. Because new updates will come as the year progresses, and I think it would be a lot of information to digest. We do have 4 eclipses this year, which is quite usual in general in terms of their amount. But it's a lot to do with new beginnings, and the signs of eclipses will also change progressively. So it will go on the Aries-Libra axis, and we had them in the last 1 year and 9 months roughly in the Taurus-Scorpio axis. But still, we have a transition period for these. So let's talk about the first eclipse of the year, which is maybe the most interesting one, I would say. It takes place on the 20th of April, and it happens at the Anoretic degree, the 29th degree of Aries, more precisely at 29 degrees and 52 minutes. It is a solar eclipse, and it happens together with Rahu, the North Node, which will bring something new. So it's a new moon, it's the sun and moon together, which will bring a new beginning in terms of finances. Why? Because we do have a hybrid eclipse, which shows this transition period between an old era and a new one. Basically, the Rahu North Node is located at 4 degrees of Taurus, and 4 has to do with Cancer, so real estate, land. Basically, here we can see changes in these markets, especially in the next 5 to 6 months, being the distance between Rahu and the point where the eclipse takes place, so the 29th degree of Aries. Therefore, we expect half a year for changes to occur. Maybe they will turn out to be quite fast because of the sign of Aries, which is fast. And we can say that yes, it has to do for sure with finance, being the sign of Taurus, which is the one involved. And 29th degree also shows the end of an era, being the last degree of a sign. Of course, the nodes would go in the reverse direction, so from 29th to 0. But it's important to know that here we are at the cusp between 2 financial eras or systems, as we talk basically, and we saw in 2022 a lot of transformation about these areas. Now I would like to point out that there are some coins that would be more affected by this eclipse. I would like to mention, there are more, but I would like to mention Waves and Celo. And of course, if you join my Patreon community, then you will have monthly updates about these on daily movements, 1 month lead in advance. So you will be well prepared to get more details there about the eclipse. And of course, high-level details I will continue to do also next year on Twitter and on my website stockmarketastro.com for free. Also, we do have eclipses in pair, yes, so May 5th, the next eclipse comes, which is a penumbral lunar eclipse that takes place in the mid of Scorpio. Yes, it's 14 degrees 52 minutes of Scorpio, where the moon is. So it's a full moon eclipse. The moon is debilitated. So this means some turmoil publicly, because in mundane astrology, moon represents people. But it also signifies an end, like, a full moon is always a culmination. And the 14 degree is the degree of Taurus, so it has to do again with finances, banks. So this is basically again a theme of this eclipse as well. So we will get a new era being born while another one would really vanish. And this transformation will continue towards the end of the year with the eclipses in October, how we will see. Now we do have also a South Node eclipse here. So it's about letting go of something. Yes, it's about finishing something, about changes in regards to something. And it points to the third degree, the degree of Gemini, which has to do again with trading, with markets, with transportation and trips, especially short trips or trips that are really quick. They are short in duration or distance. So we talk about such things that will be changed, and yes, it's linked to transportation as well. So we might see changes in these markets as well. We do have another emphasis on this degree of Gemini again, because Jupiter would be at the 27th degree. So again, it's a Gemini degree, again pointing to trading, to markets, to commerce in general. So we will let something behind there. Now I would like to talk about the next series of eclipses briefly for October. We will have one on the 14th of October that would be at 21 degree of Libra, and this points to law. Libra is about law, and the 21st degree is also the degree of Sagittarius, linked again to law. So some rules, regulation, law changes are to be expected there as well. We do have also the last eclipse in Taurus, finishing this series, and this will come again in roughly 19 years from now in the same position, so to speak. So there are really generational changes for the next 20 years. And we would like to point here that we do have again Taurus for the last time emphasized, and also the 5th degree. So Taurus, again, it has to do with banks, the financial system, and yes, Taurus is also linked to Earth and environment, so it's also about the new Earth being born, and we have the last set of changes applied to it for a while, and the 5th degree is also linked to the government, to royals, to kings. So they are again together with this Sagittarius related degree and Leo. We do have the perfect environment for new regulations to be created, to be born, and they are really mentioned around this date and applied. Now, why do I say that the first eclipse is maybe the most important? Because it has also a very long term effect. At that moment, Pluto already entered Aquarius. So with the Aries energy and Pluto at 039 degrees of Aquarius, if I'm not mistaken, we will get a glance at the future. So it's about this new beginning, the Aries energy, and the new era of Pluto in Aquarius that would really influence the whole year. So we will get a glance at the developments until 2044. So 2023 would be a very interesting year in terms of eclipses. Stay tuned for more updates as the year progresses, and we will detail the eclipse influences on coins as well in full detail on Patreon. Thank you so much for your attention and have a great 2023 with success and happy trading. Thank you.